Folks, it's looking like Andrew Tate might have made his way to Dubai, but it's uncertain whether or not he will actually be leaving Dubai, at least in one piece, okay? Because he is currently subject to very serious missile warnings. There could be strikes headed straight for his Pagani, his Bugatti, his golden ATV, whatever he's riding through the desert on. It could be getting blown up with a tactical airstrike soon. But listen, in this video, I'm going to break down to you just everything that's happened with Andrew Tate ever since he was detained by the Saudi Arabians at a detention facility at the border of Dubai. They wouldn't let him in initially. He has now officially been let in, and it is looking like he is ready to settle in and enjoy the safety, all the glorious safety that Dubai has to offer. So this is the last time that we saw from the top G, the last we heard. Okay, he'd been released from Saudi prison. He was planning to get on his way, riding off into the desert with some water and some protein bars. And he was going to make a run for it. He's going to make a run for the Dubai border. So this is the latest that we had from him, and I'll tell you what went down after this.
Andrew Tate released from Saudi prison.
Yeah, okay. That was fun. I ran into Super Cop, who decided that I was a terrorist for some reason. So now, time to cross the border, huh? Time to get home.
He's got a buddy behind you. He wants to cross it too.
So last time I saw this video, they hadn't put the Mission Impossible music behind him. Obviously, Andrew Tate's media empire, very powerful. Okay, they love painting him as this big, bad hero, gangster figure. Except, obviously, when he's, you know, crying about being hit with human trafficking charges outside of a Romanian jail cell. But anyway, okay, before we get into his travels and how things went for Andrew Tate trying to cross the border into Dubai, let's just refresh our memory of exactly what's going down in Dubai, okay? This is just a little reminder of the recent drone attack on the airport in Dubai. Just a quick update so you can know. This is where he's headed, all right? This is the moment that the drone hit the Dubai airport. All right, flights were suspended. And, you know, this is the footage that they definitely don't want you to see. They're covering this up. And Andrew Tate is about to join the ranks of the regime-loyal influencers who are going to do their darndest to convince you that this is safe.
So we're down here at Dubai International Airport, and this morning a drone heading this way was intercepted and shot out the sky by the UAE authorities. Now we've seen the damage it's caused to the walkway from the short stay car park into departures, and there's a scorched building. It looks like a little bit of shrapnel damage to a building there. And we've been in the airport, and it seems like some of the flights have been delayed. One Brit I spoke to has had his flight rerouted from Dubai's other airport, and most of the Britons we spoke to trying to get on planes here say they're just desperate to get home.
So, yeah, it sounds safe to me. All right, sounds safe to me. Sounds like it would be really responsible to convince all your impressionable fans to go to this place. That sounds like that's really good. Like, that's a really good karma. That's real good for the work. That's a respectable thing to be doing. So anyway, new details have now emerged on exactly how Andrew and his brother Tristan Tate reached the border. Tristan Tate was boasting that he had a very powerful Slavic hat that was going to gain him entry to the country, some magical powers. He is nicknamed the Talisman after all. But anyway, it would now come out, okay, this is just in. The Tate brothers are on their road trip to Dubai, and they're getting into a heated debate about shisha being gay. Shisha is not gay, okay? I'm just going to make that very clear. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but shisha is not gay. I did go to a club recently, and I was the only man smoking hookah, as you guys would call it, or shisha. As in America, apparently only girls be hitting the hookah in the club. I was hitting that hookah hard. Everyone was making fun of me. But anyway, I digress. This is the type of riveting high-level conversation that's going down on the Tate convoy to very safe Dubai.
Smoke shisha. Don't call cigarettes gay.
Shisha is not gay.
It's gay as fuck. Hey, can I have a pineapple iced shisha, please? Cigarettes are less gay than fucking
Cigarettes
shisha.
are gay as fuck.
James Bond smokes cigars.
You
and
have
cigarettes.
all the time in the world on the next 8-hour drive to enjoy a cigar, and you're gonna smoke a fucking little gay ass
No
cigarette.
shisha loving besides cigarettes.
Shisha is not as gay as cigarettes.
Bro, it's pineapples.
Who gives you pineapples? Listen, bro. Shisha. What's he called?
Let's go.
Got backwood.
Let's fucking go.
Now we're talking.
It's a backwood.
No, don't tell me this is Tristan's first time seeing a backward. This is okay. This is my kind of content. I'm not gonna lie. This is my kind of content now.
What is this? Like the world's shittest cigar.
Listen, cigars are for real men. Shisha is smoked by suicide bombers. Cigarettes are smoked by fucking girls.
Slim ones are. I'll give you that.
The Slims were an accident, apparently.
Cigarettes in general.
Andrew,
He is smoking a Slim. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's smoking a Slim. I'm not gonna say. Look, you make your own mind up. He's smoking a Slim. I didn't realize that.
I think shisha's the gayest way of smoking that possibly exists, and I never criticize it. But anytime anyone opens a cigarette,
These are not gay.
Thank you.
anytime anyone lights a cigarette,
Is Andrew Tate about to hit the backwards? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Is Andrew Tate about to hit the backwards? He might be in the backwards soon if he's not careful.
when he does the gayest form of smoking besides vaping.
Let me prove a point. I'm gonna prove a point. Ready?
Two gay guys go out to smoke. They're smoking shisha. Smoking cigarette for them. Nah, they're smoking shisha. Two gays.
He's smoking the woods, you know.
Bro.
100%.
We should actually have a poll of what's scared. Because I really truly believe and know that cigarettes are gay.
Bro, shisha's gay. And you're gonna say I don't care what the internet thinks, because everyone knows sitting there huffing on a big fucking pineapple with flowers coming out with coconut ice flavored smoke in your lungs is gayer than fucking cigarettes. Men have been smoking cigarettes since the fucking 50s when you used to fucking work in factories and
There's no
be
alternative
spies
to shisha.
and beat their wives.
There is an alternative to cigarettes, which is cigars.
Everything's an
If
alternative.
at the
to
beginning
shisha.
of our brand, if at the very beginning of our brand, when we first became famous online, if we weren't both smoking cigars and we were smoking cigarettes instead, I think it might have actually stopped us even becoming anything ever.
Well,
like, who are these fucking
I actually agree with that.
retards?
Well,
Cigarettes suck.
shisha's much gayer.
No, it's not.
You know, I don't even criticize your shisha. But anytime anyone lights a cigarette around Andrew, when he's engaged in the gayest form of smoking, if you want to start the what gay forms of smoking argument, shisha is by far the gayest.
Let's run it. Bring it on. Every time I smoke shisha, complain. I won't. You're a full-grown man. Cigarettes suck. We've got fucking 100 cigars right here.
I'm smoking both, by the way. So one,
I don't see you smoking a cigar. You're afraid. That's my problem, Tristan. I don't like seeing my brother be a fucking coward. You've chosen the weakest form of smoking, like a fucking coward. Let me have a cigarette and let me have a zin. I don't want to get smoke in my lungs. Let me get my nicotine without smoke. The gayest bullshit I've ever seen.
I am not
be a fucking man. I want as much smoke as humanly possible.
and the way to do that is to take a pineapple and a glass pipe, and some ice cubes, and some vanilla flavoring.
Maximum smoke levels. You're taking the easy way out. You're a coward.
All right, we get the gist, okay? I've heard enough copyrighted music to move on from that. But this is the riveting high-level war room, you know what I'm saying, high-value male conversation that's being had in the back of the Sprinter on the way to the border of Dubai. Now, after crossing the border, footage would actually surface of Andrew and Tristan driving around in the desert. They made it out, okay? They actually made it over there in spite of their slim cigarettes. So this is Andrew Tate with 50 of his finest soldiers riding across the desert heading for Dubai. Now, this kind of fits in a little bit more with the Mad Max aesthetic that he was trying to put across. I wonder if he parked the Sprinter and got in these to film this clip and then got back in the comfort of the Sprinter. I have a feeling that was a photo op, but hey, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. It wasn't looking very Mad Max with those slim cigarettes for sure. But this would be another shot of it. Andrew Tate and the War Room members spotted crossing the desert towards Dubai. So this looks like it was taken just after, just after that clip where he was chilling next to the camel and putting on this little shiesty like he was going to go through the desert. Now, this is looking a little bit more Mad Max than what we promised. Has he got a bust down Patek on there as well? It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty cool setup. But in one of their final travel updates on the road, they would actually basically get into a civilian vehicle right as the missile warnings hit. And this is really the reality of the situation that they're facing now. They've gone to Dubai. We're seeing airports get blown up. They're saying it's the safest place. It's the safest place. But the reality is, it's really not that safe. They're getting missile warnings. Okay, this says Andrew Tate's phone's buzzing from rocket alarms as he enters the UAE desert. Scary times. All right, these are the warnings they get. Getting a bit tense, right? Getting a bit tense, lads. It's all fun and games, and it's the safest place in the world, and you've got multiple families over there, but then all of a sudden, when that so when that starts hitting, I can't lie, one time I was in LA, I got earthquake warning to my phone. That shit was scary, shook me up literally. Okay, so they would later appear, apparently settle down, get to one of their properties, and they would appear on the emergency meeting podcast as they put on, and they would officially announce they have arrived in safe Dubai. This is what they said.
The last 4 days. And once we announced our Mad Max desert crossing at the Camel Junction Point super plan, I don't think many people believed we'd actually make it back to Dubai, or that we'd even try to get back to Dubai.
The Tates are just talking for clout. They're not actually going to go back.
Crying their eyes out. You know why they think that?
Because they're babies themselves.
And they wouldn't go back.
Because they're babies.
And they don't make the brave choice, ever.
Because they're babies.
But as you can see, this building is an iconic building. It is known as the Tate Pagani penthouse, one of the most famous landmarks now in the world.
Now, Iran have the opportunity to do something very funny. That's all I'll say. They've attacked the Burj Al Arab, the 7-star famous hotel shaped like a sail. They've attacked the Burj Khalifa, the biggest, the largest building pretty much out there. As Tate said, the iconic Pagani Tate penthouse, it is now an iconic landmark in Dubai. Andrew Tate has become the poster child for Dubai is safe. If Tate's good, if the Pagani penthouse is good, then Dubai must be safe. Now, the terror campaign that Iran is putting on in Dubai, in the UAE, is all about convincing the world this ain't no safe haven. Those tourism dollars that you thought you were getting, they might not last too long. So I'm not saying anyone should do anything, but I just want to, the Iranians could do something very funny. The Iranians, I'm not going to say what, they could do something very funny. So anyway, back to the iconic Pagani penthouse with all of these glass windows. These windows look safe, sturdy.
Unfakeable. This is not CGI. This is not fucking studio in fucking Romania. I could be fucking Aikido throughout this whole fucking penthouse.
Nice. Nice. Penthouse Aikido. Anti-CGI Aikido. AI that if you dare.
AI that if you fuck.
So I'm definitely excited to see how it works out with this iconic Pagani penthouse. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like this story could have a really interesting ending for sure if the Iranians have anything to say about it. But they would expand in their emergency meeting on their reasoning for traveling into this war zone, and it would be very interesting. Basically, they'd give all their reasoning. Says Andrew Tate goes into detail on why he made the decision to go to Dubai amid the ongoing war. It was about me and you going through a story so that we can talk about the story, so we can have another amazing memory. I wonder if they'll ever go back to Romania. Perhaps not. Perhaps they took this opportunity to get somewhere where they couldn't be extradited. But hey, who knows? All right, they're going to be butt-kissing the UAE government. They're going to be making a nice little foundation for themselves, and it all just depends on whether Andrew Tate's unmatched perspicacity is any match for Iran's, seemingly nearly matched perspicacity when it comes to sending drones to Dubai.
The truth is this. There's a lot of people now whose lives are basically commenting on things that happen everywhere else all around them.
Yes.
How many 21-year-olds or 33-year-olds or 27-year-olds during the first wars in the Middle East in the 90s became obsessed with them, obsessed with tracking what was going on, and stopped living their real life? None. But now everybody is sitting on Twitter, constantly refreshing, constantly checking Telegram groups, monitoring the situation. People are so stuck in the matrix that they're constantly obsessed with all of the world's problems. And the world is a big place. If there's not a problem in the Middle East, there's a problem somewhere else. And there's been problems which have happened during this problem in the Middle East, which you haven't acknowledged because this problem is larger. However, if this problem didn't exist, you would then be sitting online complaining about, concerned with, and obsessing over those things.
It's an information overload, Andrew. And in this information overload, you can go back to the 1960s. You can do what people used to do. Oh, there's something going on in Dubai? Well, let's go to fucking Dubai and see what's going on. That's what we do. That's what we did during COVID. That's what we do all the time. We always make the brave choice. And you know the thing is, Andrew, worry is the debt paid to disaster before it's due.
Correct.
This is a world full of warriors, but very few warriors, you know?
Absolutely.
People panic and cry about how scary things might be if they were to do something. You're never going to do it in the fucking first place. What are you worried about?
The people...
It's very often a lot less traumatic and scary than it actually fucking seems. Why wasn't everyone doing what we were doing? Why didn't everybody who's ever been to Dubai before jump on the bandwagon besides our niggas from the war room? Why?
Because people are getting their dopamine from constantly commenting on other people's lives and world events. You are the most pathetic individual alive if you do nothing interesting or of risk yourself. And then you just sit there, watch other people do it, and give your opinion.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a bad thing. I sit on my computer for 10 hours a day. This is what I think about how that person's living their life. This is what I think about that event. This is what I think about that event. What story do you have? What story do you have to tell? Because if you're going to tell an entertaining story, if you get a group of 20 people in a room and you want to tell them a story that enthralls them, it's going to involve risk. It's going to involve danger. It's going to involve misfortune. You can't tell a story where everything goes perfectly well all of the time and anybody give a shit. The essence of man, what built the modern world, were men who took risks. Men who sat there and thought, you know what, perhaps there is danger over there, but it will be a story. And for the story alone, I'm going to go. I don't need an objective outside of the fact that I have now sailed the 7 seas. That's what built the modern world. And the reason most men do not understand our decisions anymore is because they lack the number one thing that we have, which has always supercharged us, which is brotherhood. When you have brotherhood, when you have men beside you, you feel brave. We get messages all day, every day from war room soldiers saying, do you want to come on this adventure? Do you want to come and do this? Which man is up for this task? Who can help me with the logistics to this difficult objective? When you have brotherhood, adventure comes into your life because men around you are trying to offer you and trying to elicit your help to do very exciting things. When you're a person who has very few friends, or you're a person who upset everybody around you because nobody really likes you, then all you can do is sit on the internet and comment on the adventures that other people have.
Yeah.
We would not have done this alone. We did this because we're together. That's what this was about. It was about me and you going through a story so that we can talk about the story, so that we have another amazing memory. And every single thing that has ever happened to us, even the bad things, even the jail, even the arrest, in retrospect, they are all amazing stories because we did them together.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like the thing with the Tates is, you know, they'll twist and turn every story. Oh, we go to all these places because of the fun, because of the adventure. You went to Romania because you was ducking a situation in the UK. Okay, let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. And now you're in Dubai, perhaps because you were ducking a situation in Romania. That situation isn't resolved. It hasn't been ironed out in the way that he likes to say. Yeah, we were proven completely innocent. No, you weren't. Well, I think we're still waiting for a trial, and it's probably never going to happen. You're in Dubai now, and you're going to ask-kiss the government so well that you're basically they're never going to extradite you. You're going to help them clean up their image, unless something happens to that Pagani penthouse. That would be irreparable. But according to them, okay, they didn't get rich hiding in a bunker, which is ironic because they kind of did. That compound in Romania where they had all the good girls running up the webcam and was taking all their money, it was bunker-like, I would say. And you certainly didn't get rich in the West. You certainly didn't get rich in the UK. You had to go and get rich in a place where you had to duck the rules. Okay? So anyway, this is Andrew Tate. He's going to go off on people who live completely anonymously when they get rich. Tristan and I didn't get rich to hide in a bunker. I get what he's saying, but he became rich off of shilling his personality all over the world. And, you know, there is no other way. He probably would love to be a billionaire without his face being plastered everywhere and getting all of these crazy allegations thrown at him all the time. But that's the only way he knew how to get rich.
Tristan and I didn't get rich to hide in a bunker. We didn't get rich to disappear. Those people who say, I'd love to be rich and anonymous, that's the best life. Those people are cowards. Those people are afraid of being targeted. They're afraid of judicial authorities. Those people are cowards. My brother and I are not cowards. Everyone knows us.
Everyone knows we're rich. We've been to Kazakhstan, New York, Las Vegas,
Bahamas.
Miami, Bahamas, Romania, across the desert into Dubai, Turkey, Istanbul.
Everyone knows us in the world.
Everyone knows us, and everybody knows we have money, and we still do it. We still travel the entire world. We did all of that in 6 short weeks because we're living a fantastic life, and we have amazing stories to tell. You don't want to be rich and anonymous, because if you're anonymous, you can't leave a mark on the world. No matter what amazing things you do, it's not going to be attributed to you. When we die, a lot of people will celebrate, a lot of people will be sad, but there'll be a long footnote, a very long article about all the amazing things we did. You're going to know exactly what we did. You know exactly who the fuck I am. I'm not hiding. I don't want to be Anon. I want to leave a mark on this planet. I want to be remembered in history, as did Napoleon, as did Genghis Khan, as did Alexander the Great. You can't remember the coward who wanted to be rich and anonymous, and you can't remember the coward who sat at home giving his opinion on Alexander the Great's military movements from his house. Those people are nobodies, and they will continue to be nobodies. Men take action, and if you want to take action, you need a brotherhood, and you have to accept that there is a degree of risk in all things.
Interesting. So from here, Tate would go on to basically tell his audience and everybody watching to grow some balls. They cooked everyone on Twitter. Okay, said, I'm the opinion master. Here's what I think about what this guy did. Basically, he's saying people like me. He's talking about people like me, and it's ironic because does the same thing. He literally blew up giving his opinion about relationship dynamics, how women should be treated, taking all your webcam girls' money from her and buying Ferraris and being manipulative to women. Yeah, bro, you kind of came up the same way, but it's good for him. Now he's got the money. He wants to pull the ladder up behind him, but now everybody else giving their opinion on his buffoonery and clownery and passing judgment on the way he lives his life is apparently unacceptable.
Tate, and you would tweet what you did. Just went for a coffee. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. Went to the shop. Just took the kids to the park. And you follow people to watch what they did. If I followed Andrew Tate, I knew when he went to the shop, I knew when he drove his car, I knew when he did X, Y, and Z. That's what Twitter was originally. Now, Twitter is much better as a platform today, technologically, but I think the user base needs to bring it back. People follow you, why? Oh, because you say interesting things about what Hillary Clinton is supposed to have done. Great. Who are you? Oh, nobody knows. Great. What the fuck are you wasting your time for? Hillary Clinton doesn't even know who you are.
I'm the opinion master. Here's what I think about what this guy did. Grow some balls and live a life.
Tate.
So it would be embarrassing, right, if you were sat around giving your opinion on people like Hillary or, Greta Thunberg. If you were sat around just giving your opinion as a grown man, right, with multiple families on someone like Greta Thunberg, you would be a fucking loser with no balls, right? Anyway, later in this podcast, Andrew would basically seemingly confirm that he hadn't even visited his family yet. Oops-a-daisy. After traveling all that way, he hasn't even visited his families, apparently, all right? Listen to this little segment. It's about here.
You want to be on the field. You need to take risks. You need to go on adventures. The reason we did this adventure is because we were in Kazakhstan, which is a whole nother story we haven't told you yet.
So
I said, I don't believe this war is real. And someone said, why don't you go there then? So I said to Tristan, this person's saying we should go there. And Tristan goes, then let's fucking go. And here we are. It took us 3 days and we just got here. We barely slept. We're covered in sand.
Same clothes.
Same hat. And we're here right now telling you that adventure was incredible. We're going to release the Tate Confidential episode to see everything that happened so you guys can watch all of it chronologically. And we hope we inspire you to go out and take adventures and do amazing things, because that's how the world is built. We are sinking into a version of the Matrix where everybody...
So it's all Matrix, right? He got straight there. He got straight on live stream. He's not checked on his loved ones, his family, their safety. He's saying the war's not real. The war's not real. I came out here to see if the war's real. And he's going to find out very soon if the war is real or not. He won't broadcast it. He won't let you know. If he turns out he was wrong, he will never, ever admit it. And that's the Andrew Tate method through and through. Now, funnily enough, he actually would announce that he's cancelling business with anyone that left Dubai.
You don't deserve...
Okay, so Samuel Leeds... I don't know if you were planning on catching any leads from the Tate brothers, but that is not going to happen, unfortunately.
Most of you do not deserve the city of Dubai. You do not deserve to live in a country where the leaders actually want the best for you. They don't want to steal all your taxes. They don't want to import people who are going to murder you. The people who come here work hard and respect the place. They want to build a utopia where there's world-class services, absolute safety and security, and they're doing it all for free. They don't even take your money from you. They let you keep your money so that you can send your kids to the best schools, so you have the best hospital access, so you can buy a nice car, so you can live in a nice place. They let you keep all of your money. And the second that Dubai is in trouble, the second that the reputation of this utopia is in trouble, you run away like a coward. You're like one of those girlfriends who leaves when her husband's business is down. You're worth nothing. And cowardice is worth nothing. The city doesn't need you. People don't need you. You can make up any excuse on the planet of why you ran away because of a few loud bangs. But the world remembers, the universe remembers, and karma is real. You've gone back to the Western nations, which take half of your money, who don't give a shit about you, who won't even answer. All these MPs and these presidents and all these people who we elect with a mandate via imaginary votes won't even answer an email. They don't give a shit about you. They completely ignore you. This is the only place on the planet where the government is genuinely interested in your happiness, because the only reason you are here is because you are happy.
So is he telling me that the sheikhs of Dubai will just answer all of my emails? This is nonsense, right? And I get it, you know, no tax, all of that stuff, but let's just be clear, he's running propaganda for the authorities in Dubai. He is over there to whitewash the image of Dubai. He expects to be rewarded handsomely for this, and is essentially gambling on the fact that, you know, he will be protected by the regime in Dubai if he goes over there and whitewashes their image. That's what's going on here.
And the second the city needs you back to put up a few videos and say, look, you know what? There's been a few loud bangs, but life is completely normal. What do? You run.
The city needs you back. He said the quiet part loud, right? He said the city needs you back to put up a few videos saying it's all good. That's what they said. They drafted him in. They said, we need you here to make these videos.
The reason you are here is because you are happy. And the second the city needs you back to put up a few videos and say, look, you know what? There's been a few loud bangs, but life is completely normal. What do? You run away like a coward. There are now two types of citizens in Dubai. There are the people who stayed when the times get tough. There's the crazy people like me who came in
See, it accidentally slipped up. The crazy people, if it's so safe, it shouldn't even be crazy. It should be a normal thing. You shouldn't be like, you're crazy. Yes, you're crazy. You're going to an unsafe war zone.
Specifically to post these videos and show the world that it's safe. And there's the people who ran away the second that it got a little.
He said he came in specifically to post these videos and show the world he's safe. I wonder if he's getting a bag. I wonder if it's upfront. I wonder if it's an unspoken agreement. But it's obvious what's going on here.
A bit difficult. The second they heard a loud bang. Oh, they could still order food to their house. They could still go out to nice restaurants. In fact, life was exactly the same, but they heard a loud bang once, so they decided to run away. These people are the worst type of people. Anybody who left, I no longer do business with, and I no longer talk to. You're a coward, and I don't like doing business.
Anybody who, you weren't even there. You weren't even there when it happened.
This is business with cowards. What happens when we get in trouble? We know you're going to roll. We know you're a bitch. What's going to happen when times get difficult for our friendship for any reason? What happens when I need you? We know what you're going to do. Anybody who left this city, I no longer have anything to do with in a professional or personal manner.
You weren't even there, bro. You weren't even there. You was in Kazakhstan.
Because the whole reason God gives us difficult times is so that we can prove to God and prove to the universe who we really are. And you've shown the world who you really are. And people like you are scum. For all the men who ran away because of the loud
Samuel Leeds shaking right now.
Bangs. You know what I see below me? Women and children. Women stayed. Children stayed.
He loves those. That's why I came here for the women and children, man. Come on, lock me in.
But you, as a man, you ran away. And if that doesn't stop you from sleeping at night, if you know the city that was good to you, the leaders that don't take your money, the one place on the planet you can walk around with a watch without getting stabbed, the time it needed you, you ran away like a coward, and old ladies and children stayed, and if that doesn't bother you at night, then you're truthfully a piece of shit. With no honor, no respect for yourself, no semblance of masculinity. I came into Dubai during the war specifically to post videos just like this. This is the best city on the planet. It is the only government which hasn't tried to lock me up for no reason. It's the only government which hasn't tried to steal my money. It is the only place I am safe to walk around and wear a watch and drive a nice car without the risk of getting shot in the head or stabbed to death. I love this city, and when it needed me, I was here. You should have been too.
I love this city. When it needed me, I was here. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You were late. Where were you? Like, where were you? You was over there, and then you popped up after all the shit went down. You weren't even there for like the worst drone strikes, right? Like, what are we talking about here? It's nonsense, okay? Let me know what you thought of this absolute meltdown. It was kind of funny, okay? And I think it will continue. Now, I'm just going to keep my eye on that Pagani penthouse because, I don't know. Hey, I just want to know how the story ends with that Pagani penthouse. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out for now. Peace.